we're ready to go. So yes, hello, and welcome to our second part of our endgame. My name is Mr. Jaeger, and we are on Factorio, and we have gotten ourselves a little bit of a predicament. On the one hand, we have gotten ourselves the rocket silo, and as you can see, we've already made some progress towards getting the rocket ready to go. The downside is the rocket control unit, which, to be honest with you, is something that's a fairly simple fix, but it is something that is going to take a while to fix, which is irritating, to say the least. Let's go to that pollution marker. We do kind of need more copper, to be honest with you, because if that's the only stuff we got left. Well, we do finally have the means to... Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to establish... What? How many... Okay, 50 and 25, so we're going to need more. So, what we're going to do is we're going to establish a... God, look at all those. There we go. So what we're going to do is we are going to establish some more copper lines, because it's it that the thing is we've got a constant amount of copper. It's just they're all coming out. But additional copper wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Not excessively. Still. So today we're going to try and see if we can get ourselves an automated process going. At the moment we might, I don't know if, I don't know, 5 million ore is being processed. So far we're all right with regards to the ore. Like, I imagine there's not a huge amount left for, oh yeah, see, we've already got a couple that are dead here. We are producing a constant stream of resources, which is currently being fed into our machines. So in a sense, there's no problems right now. But obviously, we do have a lingering issue of not enough copper. You know, we need more of these to be produced. But the problem is... because in order to make the computer units, we need speed module, which is... Yeah, in order to make these, we need one processing unit and one speed module. Now, we've got the processing units. We have them in buckets at this point. And they are constantly being made, he says. But, you know, they are being made, they are being constructed, and things are being... good things are happening. But the problem is... The big problem right now is our wiring. And also, we've got one that's just constantly not being supplied. So it's kind of... yeah. It's just a supply issue right now. We're not producing as much as we should. And I'm wondering whether I should just try and focus on getting... If we can make more of these, we could potentially increase our supply thing. But anyway, by the way, before I go on... I wanted to... I think it's interesting. Sorry, on the 045D has followed. Unless that account's been... Yeah, no, that's definitely a new follow. So on on my events, usually notice there's a new follower, 0x45D. Welcome to the channel. I hope you have a good time here. For some reason on the Twitch, it shows you're not there for activity. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following, and I hope you enjoy your time here. So, what we're going to try and do... We do have assembly machine Mark IIs. So, in order to make a speed module, we need advanced circuit and electronic circuit. We do need to make an automated system. Yeah, that's the irritating. The thing is, this is the irritating part. I need to make an electronic. I need to make two production lines of which making two production lines isn't a huge problem, but the constant faff, or whether it's just something I just need to basically occasionally farm shitloads of stuff. For example, go nuts over here, and then we can spend more time crafting or building. I'm not too sure, to be fair, because the thing is, we need to. No, but it's going to take more time and a lot more focus to try and get this one thing sorted. You know what? I think what we're probably going to commit to is making it myself, because my character's crafting speed is upgraded, and right, once that one comes up and fills up, we're going to go mad. There we go. And fuck it, we'll go mad here as well. So I think that. So all I need now is, yeah, that should all be good. So what we're gonna do instead, I was thinking on making, right, so we just need one of these as well, which is fine. And computer parts, or rocket control units. So if we can get 100 of these going, is it just a 1-to-1 ratio? It is just a 1-to-1 ratio. Fantastic. So what we'll do is, once these things have been constructed, I'll be able to deposit all of them. I'll be able to deposit all of the computer parts into this thing, which they take about 10 rocket control units per rocket part, as it says here. So we're probably going to get maybe 10%, which is going to take a while. This is going to be one of those lengthy things, which does suck. But that, unfortunately, unless... In a sense, though, all I need to do is just... I don't know, it's one of those things which is like... I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing things. Obviously, if we weren't... if we didn't have the mods, I think we would be able to go for the non-automation. But I'm trying to think of the fastest way possible to get through this sort of deal. Because, you know, while I am enjoying streaming this, and I do enjoy it, I also am at that point where it's like, right, okay, we're at the end game. I fucked around enough now. Let's finish this up so we can jump on to more other, you know, to other adventures. And the only thing I can think of in a way of getting this done faster is to, in fact, go for the... Yeah. I have an idea. There you go. I'm not saying that completely fixes our issues, but at least it might mean that more of these get made, and in turn, oh, bingo. There we go. More red and, there we go. More of those get made. Okay. Right, okay. So far, this is looking more profitable by the minute. There is now a constant supply of things going up. At least more of them are being made, which is a good thing. Okay. This is really good. I'm liking this, because then the more that fills up, the more this fills up as well. Which is a bit of a piss take, I realise. But there is a fuckload of those things there. So, who knows. Advanced circuitries are kind of important. How many do we have? Enough to make more? Oh, you bet. I'm not entirely sure what this is meant for, to be fair. Because it is just quite simply driving that way towards, it just, yeah. That's the thing. I don't see any other reason why those need to be there to begin with. So it was like, right, so we have now over 50, over nearly 100 of those things, which is fine. And yeah, I'd say we're looking good. Quite happy about that. Alright. Metal's starting to slow down though, which is a slight concern. Shouldn't be. We've got a shitload of resources coming through it, so that's why. Wait. That's in production overload. I'm still surprised we've got a fuckload of iron that's now... Sorry, iron. Steel that's there. I'm honestly like, what? Right. Like, whilst we're dealing with that, let's fix this tiny problem of not much, Right. There we go. Oh, well, now we can actually have some... It means then at least there's no things being stuck because of production problems, you know what I mean? We can now keep making shit and more stuff keeps coming along, which is nice. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And we've got concrete, which we've already filled up on other items. I'm gonna go quickly grab some steel for a sec. Right, I am going to do... I need one basically... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In a sense, we'd have to have it like that, but yeah. Oh. Okay, so they've knocked out 2 of the turrets down south. Okay, we can go take care of that whilst we're waiting. Quick question. We can do this, can't we? And oh, only speed module 2. Okay. Damn it. But we can utilize these production modules. Who knows? Well, we still probably need to do that thing that sends the satellite, because if memory serves correctly, it is also a satellite that we need to to utilize as well, which I'm just gonna double check everything in terms of like what shit I've dumped so I can go, haha, more stuff. But I need more green. Yeah, we need more green. But an extra amount of supplies to make more of these things wouldn't hurt either. Go slightly mad. Right, there we go. Right. I feel the cheese again. This stream this particular segment of the stream may end up resulting in me like winning the thing too early. I'm not sure. I mean, bearing in mind it's not just, I don't think it's, I mean, if this game's taught me anything, is that it's not as simple as what we think it is. You know, we're constructing the robot at the moment. Ah, I see you. Perfect. No, we're constructing the robot and things are being built, but, and this is the big but, there's probably something else we'll need to build in order to, there's probably going to be something else we'll need to build before the game says we're done. So, while I am optimistic that we are in fact on the horizon of finish, we are also... we need more ammo. Hang on. Don't I have a shitload of ammo? Also, why is it just one line? Alright, well, what I'll do is I'll just quickly grab some. Okay. There you go. Oh. No, that's because I've just grabbed some. There we go. And then we'll just put the rest of this... we'll put the remaining bit into this gun here. Right, so... why is that? Ah, yes. Because, yeah, no, we're going to redesign this. Why I thought this was a good idea, I don't know. Because, hey, I can do this. And ammunition now comes on both sides without me ever having to worry about it. Making this completely pointless, this completely pointless, and this completely pointless. There we go. Oh, they already given up the ghost. But this does mean it's extra if I ever should need to get extra. Right, we'll need to get some more red stuff. Because we have enough for... we have a bunch of greens, so I'm thinking we can try and get the greens over here. Oh yeah, we've definitely got copper. Oops. God damn it. God fucking... There you go, see? Doesn't just affect you guys when it comes to sight. It also affects me. Right, so if we can get some green circuits, which by now should be... yeah, there we go. Should... not green, we've already got green. We need red. Yeah, if we can get some red circuits, dedicated red circuits, like a whole plethora of them. I'm half tempted to just get a little box here. Just to try and highlight this. Oh, now the greens are running out of fucking stuff. Of course, why wouldn't they? Let me guess. Metal, though? Why is metal running low? I mean, we're making more, sure, but, like... that's way too little. That is a very, very small amount of metal. Okay, I'm thinking... right. To start a quick fix, we're going to reintroduce the stuff back into there as well to try and get our supply problems resolved. Where is this getting affected? All right. The needs of the needs of our... There we go. What does this provide? Excuse me, that was waiting for a while. Yeah, so this is only for, like, producing, dynamite and petroleum gas, which is fine, because we don't need that shit. Right now, we need more importantly, the supplies for the metal are required to feed our equipment to the south. Because not enough metal is now going to the, thing. Not enough metal is being utilized for the, So I'm half tempted to beg, borrow, and steal the supplies necessary. Again, this is my solution. I know this is kind of like an auto solution for everything, but it is just like a, I do need this. Because the metal plates, we absolutely must have more metal plates coming through. They're making that for that. This goes to there. This just sits there doing nothing because... But the big one is, this one goes up here to make them more stuff to make go down here. I mean, it's like a tiny improvement, but in comparison to everything else. Right, so I'm thinking to fix this problem, I'm going to do this as well. Take this, which already starts to see that. And that's coming out of that. And at least we got other shit going through. But this is all for the sake of building one thing, so I'm not going to be super desperate for it. Right. We need to go up there. Yeah, it's an extreme measure, but considering the circumstances of said measure, speaking of which, let's quickly build those computer parts. So 196. It's going to take a while, but that's why I'm doing it whilst I'm constructing means to improve our metal supply, because then we don't notice it. It's the big thing here. It's like, oh my god, look at that, we've got all the things we need. But I will say, this is not the way you're probably meant to do it. I realize I am probably cheesing a bit. But at the same time, I feel this is the best way that I can get this thing done, whilst also remaining entertaining enough to be able to keep going. Right, so we just need to do one more thing. Which, technically speaking, all we need to do now is go right here, maybe? Yeah, we'd still have to make multiple, so tiny amounts here, and then 1, 2, and then another corner, and then you... there, you what we can do, instead of just filtering onto it, we can actually do something like this, where there we go. Now this isn't going to guarantee that the supplies are going to be like 100% beautiful perfect, but by yeah, already. But what this will do, at least, is it will feed into the... this will help feed these things, and hopefully even... Because there's a whole bunch of these particular items that are now being... yeah, what we can do now is I'm going to go even more extreme. This is always... yeah, no, that's not producing enough. Well, I mean, technically speaking, we should probably consider doing it. Hey, Interweb. There we go. I'm on the last bit as well. Which is a bit of a surprise, eh? I just need reds. I probably should just get like a couple of boxes worth of the stuff and then... So there is a production line of reds though. Which is a first. Rare phenomena that it is. Okay. How's the production line for this then? There's more of these coming down, which is good. And this is now, yep, filtering through. More of these are being produced. So it's not 100% a huge success, but I think we've done a pretty good job regardless. There's still a constant stream of metal, which is good. Like, more or less a constant stream. It's not perfect by any means, but at least it's better than most. This goes down into there. Here we go. Perfect. Right, now let's start filling up this problem. Now we've resolved one problem. Let's try and resolve more. Okay, so copper. There's a bunch of lines that aren't doing anything right now. So I am going to fix that. Like the parasite that I am, I focus on taking away shit. And then claiming to know what I'm doing. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to get this to there. I think I know how to do it. I will say this game is fantastic. Very enjoyable. And to be honest with you, a nice kind of counter to Satisfactory, but not its killer, which I like. It's like the two complement each other more than anything. Because Satisfactory gives you the obviously the job of dealing with gives you the the 3D perspective, and to a degree it's like an easy version of this game because obviously in Satisfactory there isn't any limited resources. So you can, like, go absolute batshit McCain. Yeah, that works. Cool. So you don't... So, in a sense, the only thing you have to sort of deal with... Oh. Whoops. Hang on. Wait. There we go. And wait. The only thing you have to deal with is the actual pain of having to set up a new production line or trying to figure out how something... I mean, the big curse right now is the electricity thing. You know, every Satisfactory fan has that natural instinct to flinch when they hear the engine the noise effect. Like, even now for me, if I hear that, I'm like, oh god. It's the sound everyone dreads. Right, okay, so I'm thinking... Because this is what's running low. So I'm thinking here. Here is the point where we gotta... yeah. Right, so now let's reintroduce that into that, which is fantastic. So the copper is now going into that, which will then be able to make... And that doesn't guarantee that it 100% fixes our problem, but it does start putting efforts, and it does start making... it does start having other things, which is good. And this thing's, which is pushing out all the way. Where does this go? Oh, straight into the weapons production. I mean, we're making weapons, sure, but like, really? Do we need that much just for a single? I think we can take that, can't we? I think we can. Right, I don't know why, but I seem to be... Right. It means that this other place gets its dues as well. Right, so what do we need to do? Effectively, all we need to do is connect that to that. Is it better to try and... No, I think it's better to try and connect that to that. So... Oh, hang on. I think I found a place... Sort of? Yeah, no, I think I found a way to get that to work. Okay, hang on. If I do it like this... Kind of like that. One goes right... And then this. There we go, yeah. So what we'll do is that will come to that. We can kind of jump across to the other side. Is the plan. Or, no, actually, hang on. Right. So now we've got we're running low on tunnels now. Ain't that fun? I'm trying to minimize, but also like making things slightly more efficient. No, we need to go south, don't we? In order to. Because I'm trying to work with the limitations of the tunnel 2s, or the tunnel Mark 2s versus trying not to spam them everywhere. But methinks that's the only way we can get this working. Though we will need to build more of these tunnels. Oh, dude, you should have been here for my last fucking session. Check it. You should have been. Yeah. I think the term "yeah" is a factor here. I've established a number of train lines to get the resources I needed to be able to build the concrete. This is just for concrete, by the way. Huh. Okay, I'll have to deal with that at some point. So yeah, I made 3 train lines, all working together for the sake of making one of these fuckers. And then I made a fuel system. I don't need that. Hey, fuck you. I made a train system, alright? Look, see? I made a series of train systems to be able to utilize this. Building up all the lines. And if I was to ever play this game again, which probably will be out of recording, because I just like to take my time with this shit. Like, this is the kind of game I could probably chill to, but not to live stream to. But yeah. I've made train lines, and I've set up a system. And they can also be filled, and I also am still using coal. Oh yeah, we ain't touching nuclear fission today, boys. We're not going nuclear. We're Greenpeace. We're just taking all the fossil fuels. Okay, so I say Greenpeace. Semi-Greenpeace. We're just, you know, never discovered that electronics and autonomy. But there, so I have a train line. Shit works out that way. Right, anyway. What was I doing? Oh, yes, making more. So, at least now what we can do is... I'm gonna go... No, but that sounds awesome. I love that. Fuck you and your Greenpeace. Have a piece of this. That's awesome. Love it. For once, the French know something. Alright, I should be able to go straight across the line. Beautiful. Ah, we're so close. We're so close. It's beautiful. And that's where they come in. Why do I have two when they're not working? I could kill this. I could effectively kill this. I'm getting distracted. Let's focus back on track. But I think I can fix this problem, make it a little easier. How many do I have? Not many. Yeah. Right, what do I need to make more of these things? Just, yeah, just metal, which is lovely. I love it. Okay. How many of those other things do we have? Yeah, enough. That's awesome. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm genuinely happy about that. That is so nice. I mean, it's so. I think that I'd have to go with rewarding. I think that's the only way I can describe this level of satisfaction I feel whenever I see or hear or something like that, because it just feels like just a middle finger of fucking glory. Right, so there's that over there. So let's have a look. See, whilst we're waiting for the other items to be constructed, let's see if we can resolve this problem, shall we? Because we could effectively turn the bottom layer into, I mean, I think given the circumstances, I wouldn't be so bad. I wouldn't be so remiss. I'd be like, oh, is it Greenpeace? Okay, fair enough. As long as it didn't hurt anyone else, that's fine. Okay, so we could. I'm not saying this is the best idea, but in the interest of trying to. Yeah, I remember this. This was not 100% hunky-dory, was it? Unless, if we push this down to, like, delete this and pop one of these here, delete you, and then effectively I'm just trying to see if we can make it so that we only have one iron ore thing. Is the plan. Also, time to delete you two, and you, and you. Oh, yep. Defend the front lines. There we go. I mean, yeah, the detonating in a civilian port, civilian ship in a non-French port may have been perhaps the. No, fuck it. I agree. I don't care. I'm like, fuck it. I mean, were there any casualties? Like, actual, did anyone on that particular ship die? Or was it just their ship? Because if it was just a ship, I don't think it's something to be 100% worried about. Oh, it did kill someone. Anyone innocent? I mean, it is a bit, I'm not gonna lie, this is extreme. A member of the crew. Shit. Okay, so this is where probably my less family-friendly, less good side comes into it, but I'm like, they made their commitment. You know, it's like, it's cruel. I'm not gonna lie. It's an extreme option. I wouldn't have gone for, you know, while I find it amusing that they blew up a ship, I find it's also extreme that it killed someone. I probably would have just lent with maybe slowly dig a hole when the crew is known to be off the ship, sort of deal. So instead of the ship sinking with someone on it, it would be the ship sunk without anyone on it. I doubt they expected it to be a limpet mine for protesting nuclear testing. Yeah, I mean, no, agreed. It's a bit of an extreme option. I find it funny, and I'm still going to laugh about it. And while I am sad that to a degree... Okay, no, I can't 100% say I'm sad. Like, they made their commitment when they joined that group, and they went for those sort of things. So... Like, it's shit. Don't get me wrong. But... At the same time, it's like... Eh. I'm just surprised a limpet mine... God, I haven't heard that term in yonks. I remember last hearing about that. Ah. So it was kind of just shit, you know, shit timing, basically. Okay, so basically it was something that went wrong. Yeah. That's... Fair enough. Like, it's unfortunate, but yeah. I wouldn't have gone with limpet mines, though. If I was wanting to sink someone's ship in a way that would ensure that they, to minimize casualties, explosives is not one of them. Thermite under the keel, maybe. Maybe, plasma cutter, if you can do it underwater. I'm fairly certain you can do that. I'm sure they had cutting tools, because I remember they used some kind of cutting tool when the Costa Concordia went over to try and look for survivors, and then unfortunately for bodies when the ship keeled in. So maybe they could have done something like that, where they could have like done something to make the crew evacuate. So maybe, yeah, I suppose, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm more surprised it was the French, of all people, who did this. I mean, considering that they wouldn't want to be, you know, I'm genuinely surprised that they went with that extreme option. You don't normally expect the French to be that determined. Yeah, no, true. I mean, so's an explosion in a port. Like, I don't think there's any non-suspicious way you can sink a ship, I'll be honest with you. Like, a ship doesn't, you know, if a ship that is ship-shape and Bristol fashion is going to sink, there's no one or two ways. I mean, granted, but then you still have to contemplate when the ship actually sinks that people are going to be like, how did it sink? And if, one, you know, and with evidence, of course... I mean, the thing is, we know the French did it because they didn't do it covertly enough, is the thing. Because, yeah, unless the French were like, sorry, our bad. We didn't expect anyone to be stupid enough to get equipment off. But yeah, while I am sad to hear that someone perished for it, I do not for 1 second have that sympathetic, they died for a noble cause. No, they were being a royal arsehole to them. Extinction Rebellion has just jaded me to being sympathetic to morons like that. Like, there's a right way to protest, and there's just a fucking nuisance to society way to protest. And that method doesn't do any good. Or it doesn't set the right tone. Like, you can do it via the... I mean, what was it? The kind of way of changing stuff was... if you ever seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Uncle Phil is a gem. Oh, of course, yeah. Greenpeace is actually more, you know, actual governmental systems putting it via the courts, which is what should be done. But hey-ho. Right, we have 2 more to go, and then we can start getting the 10%. God. Right, let's chunga-bunga this up. I mean, granted, I said I agree that it's a thing you want to try and stop. We'll get them out 10%, I'd say. Maybe 20% out of this, which is fine. Can we get more speed modules? Well, we can. I mean, yeah, agree taste about detonating nukes in the Pacific. Yeah, I would agree. It's worthy to do. But and again, I would think the French. I'm surprised the French went with a more direct approach like that. I would have, if I was so determined to get rid of a protester in that. But oh really? Oh, we went up 20%. No, we went up the 20% that we intended. Let's see if we got the let's go see if we can get the other thing going. Perfect. Oops. And shakalunk. I mean, to be honest with you, I think once they... I think the detonating atomic bombs, when they stopped doing it, yeah, it was... Right, that's the... Yep, that's the right one. Satanic. Wow, that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That is legendary. I'm genuinely impressed that they went that way. Yeah, France, chill. Agreed. I fucking agreed. Holy shit, France, you know? Jesus Christ. I mean, Christ. I mean, the thing is, though, it kind of goes down to whether you agree with mutually assured destruction, which is the whole controversial subject in of itself. Because there's the whole, like, if nuclear armaments are, you know, despite being the most dangerous things known to mankind, they are also, ironically, the thing that even politicians are afraid to use, so they won't use them. And then you've got the whole malarkey of, but they shouldn't be there in the first place because blah, 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 blah. Sort of, what are you guys doing? Why are you taking supplies? No, what are you doing? No! Wait, did I put them in the wrong logistics? No. Where did you guys put them? Oh, you guys put them in that. That's why I lost them. Okay. Well, I'll pop those back things back on, so that way we can deal with that. I think this is full. Yeah, it's full. Right, let's quickly make a couple of extra boxes. I mean, mainly because of this, to be fair. Right, boom. There we go. I mean, GG. I mean, I personally stand with the whole... They are so dangerous that even politicians have to know not to use them, so thus they are actually kind of good. I mean, another way of looking at it is also black holes. They are the most destructive things in our known universe. But there's one in the center of the Milky Way. So... and that's what's keeping us going round in circles. So... artillery targeting remote. Oh, nice! I kind of wish I could use these artillery. I'd like to build an artillery piece, but I don't think I'd have any real reason to use it. Which is a shame. But hey-ho. Right. I'll do this probably when I play through on my own little save. But I will probably make the RT train from all the YouTube videos make, which I quite like. Because the thing is, yeah, like eventually what you can do is get a whole train line being set up, and then you can like flatten the entire perimeter, which is pretty damn awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Right, so we've effectively constructed that, so we need to make some more reds. He says make more reds, more like collect more reds. Okay, so what's the problem here? We're not getting enough green. More supplies are coming, so we are in fact building everything on the front. It's not like an instant win, but it is working. How are we doing over here? Yeah, they're taking too long. So we need to... Yeah. So it's just this red... It's just the green circuit boards now. We've got the metal. We just don't have the... Well, we do have the copper wires, but they're just taking a while to build. Hum-diddly hum. How many computer parts can we make? Well, we might as well construct those. Take some of those, make some more of those. Whilst we're waiting. And then... So that needs to go to that. So really we're just trying to figure out about upgrading the production line here. We do have productivity modules, which... The problem is you'd need to have a shitload more of the resources to be able to make the productivity work. Unless it just takes them longer, which then allows these to fill up. You know what, I'm gonna experiment and get those productivity modules and see what happens. At this point, I am just literally going to see what happens. No, nothing special here. Where is the thing? By the way, for those watching, this is not the latest edition of Factorio. This is the 1.0 update version, which is the last sort of thing that works with mods. And there's also, the save got corrupt. Unfortunately, the save, if I went to 1.0, the save, I can't go back to this save if I went to 1.1, which I'm glad I didn't. I won't lie. I'm glad I didn't. Right. I had a box somewhere. Ah, there they are. Right. Boom. Boom. And we'll use the speed module tools too, because why not? Na 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 na. Na 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 na, and that's why they call it Diablo. Boom. Is it Z? Yes, it's Z. Hang on, let me do this properly. Wahaha. So, I'm not too sure if these are really going to do anything special, but I kind of like the concept of it doing something special. Maybe they might become more efficient, who knows. When I say efficient, I'm not talking like green. Though you can get that. You can actually get that in this game, which I find to be rather amusing. But it defies belief, because you're like, why would you want to be more green? Hello? This is Factorio. The only green we want to see is the green of the fucking ocean that you make it. This is the only green you want to see. Hey. So, how much power are we taking up? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. I like that. Power supplies are looking pretty decent. Ironically, the most damning of power requirements is the electric furnaces as well, which is impressive. Though, RT-trains, to my understanding, would be a bit of a bitch to set up, surely. Because, like, not only do you have to figure out how to get the position, you know, ready, so you have to make a fortress and all that jazz. You then have to make a long-ass coil, depending on how many trains and carriages you want to have for the artillery. And then there's the whole logistical bringing the shells to the front line sort of deal. Like, artillery is a fantastic means to an end, but it is a bitch to deal with when it comes to... it is a bitch when it comes to dealing with everything else. Alright. Well, they are making slightly more. I can't lie, they are... It is showing. The results are showing. And also, better still, we've got these. Which is nice. So now all we need to do is just get a whole buttload of... Not producing quite enough reds, though. Although, the amount of reds are limited, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. We're just waiting on these fuckers now. We do have a bunch, so let's increase the percentage a bit. We can increase the percentage by a little bit. Not by huge, but by a little bit. Alright. At least if we can get it up to 100%. %. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's taking its time, but we're getting there. And I can be able to... I think we've got enough of the light... the light sort of items. So now all we need is just these red circuits. This is all that we're needing. And in order to get these, we need these. Which are taking their sweet merry fucking time being made, I'll say. But they are hopefully going to be able to make... They are being made. I think there is a noticeable increase in production. But it is just... It's taking its sweet time, which is irritating. I'm just trying to figure out what we can do to improve this and hope and makes extra. Because the problem is we're spreading out all across the. I can't just make more production lines. Huh. Where does this go? Goes down that way and goes into that. I mean, it wouldn't be a great intro. No, it's not really a useful amount. I could, because we're making so many going into non-committal areas, I could reroute this. What would be better? We probably definitely need to make more of these though. So let's get a buttload more. Let's use what resources we've got left, or space we've got left in our things, to make more of those tunnels. Donk. And madness. And make even more. There we go. 50 of these. Is the plan. And then... Oh my god, look at all those red circuits. Oh, the red circuits. Red circuits. I'm like fucking The Shining. It's just red circuits, red circuits, red circuits. Right, but hey, resources are resources, and I will take wherever I need to take and nab wherever I need to nab. Besides them, they've got plenty of resources and speed modules. 2s. Damn it. Actually, you don't need those. You need those. Wait, no. You're already making shit, aren't you? But we could do with more. How many do I have? Like 12. We have 47 productivity modules. Actually, what we could probably do is it's enjoyable. Well, at least we're able to make more of these things, and hopefully now they should be able to go mad, and then... Right, we have a shitload of those. Which is fantastic. And so... Go mad! We're probably overdoing it now with the other ones, but hey-ho. 94, let's go. You have also achieved peak SADs? What do you mean by that? What have you achieved in your peak SADs? Yeah, we've got enough of the rocket thing. We're getting there, guys. The only thing I'm not too sure about now is we probably need to get like a satellite or something. Unless that's... unless we just need to make the rocket and it goes up and then Bob's your uncle, game over. But I'm thinking not, because Factorio does this to people and it makes us think we're so close to victory yet so fucking far. Which is the most irritating of things. So... What? They've already done the factories again. We've already got Red Factory. Oh. I mean... Speed module. Speed module. I am probably the perfect Age of Empires player because I just destroy every environment I go into. I don't want to have the engines. I don't want the engines. I just want the red circuits. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Right, okay, good. Oh, those red circuits. I'm getting addicted now. This is scary. Oh. No, that's not being sad. That's like full immersion. That's like, okay, so here's the thing. There are very few things in this world where I'll look at and go, yeah, that's kind of and the only but in regards to shit like that, that's just full on dedication to sim. Like you're living the experience that you want. And yay, trains are trains, you know. I appreciate that there are people out there who fucking cream over certain trains. The only thing I'm wondering, and this is just because of someone who isn't into trains, what's the appeal? Is it the locomotive itself, or is it the logistical side of trains that you find appealing? Like, is it the concept of, for example, creating a multi-pronged system that is interwoven and interconnect. You just like trains. Well, I'm going traditional with these trains because they're using coal, so... Sadly, you can't get steam engines in this game, but if you could, that would be awesome. Well, I've got my own version of steam engines, so, you know. Sadly, no Flying Scotsman. I would just prefer it if I could just hear the train sound effect. So it'd be like... It sounds stupid, but to me... Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to judge on that. It's, you know, you're into what you're into, but it's, I mean, I imagine. Yeah, fair enough. Any particular preference with trains? Like, do you prefer diesel over steam, or steam over diesel, or do you like those rail magnetic cars? I mean, I have to admit, the only reason why I kind of like those is because I'm like, can you turn that into a gun? Can we make mag rifles yet? I would love to see the concept of a mag rifle. Ah, you're an electric fan. Oh, okay. I remember years ago, I don't even know if I've still got that game. I have a feeling I don't, which is a bit of a shame. I got the original Trains with a Z on the end. And it was very, very simple. There were maps, I used to fuck around with it so much. Like, I used to basically make these giant, like, what I'd call, like, ground cannons. Oh, okay. The noisy and smoky original diesels. Nice. Nice. Right, okay, so that's doing that. They're producing that. I fancy killing something with my Panzer. Where's my Panzer? There's my Panzer. Panzer abgeschweiert. How much ammo do I have? I have a reasonable amount, but more importantly, I have Flammenwerfer. Also, we are still under attack, aren't we? This region isn't so bad. Yeah, this region isn't so bad. Occasional assaults along that perimeter, but over here we've got a bunch of guys on the northern line, which we need to take care of. So, let's go fuck them up. I was almost playing as if I was playing, Nice. I mean, I have to admit, I am a sucker for engine sounds, and so, for me, to be honest with you, for me, I'm more of an engineering type, even though I'm not an engineer, which is weird. Like, my favorite film, one of my top 5 favorite films is Sherlock Holmes' Game of Shadows. Like, in the top, maybe top 10, maybe not top 5. Yeah, probably top 10. And that's purely for a couple of scenes. Which is when they have this, the sequences where they indicate the intricacies of the equipment that are being utilized against them. Because you know how, like, in the first Sherlock Holmes, there were these really extravagant sequences where Sherlock would be able to, like, thick people. Ooh, nice. 3 thick walls and 1 thick gates. Yes, because the walls are important, not the gates, because they go for the walls first. If they went for the gates, I'd make thicker gates. Though I think I am running a bit low on the walls because I'm losing them over there. But anyway, so the intricate scenes of, like, when they've got the Maxim firing. Or when they've got the Martini Henry, and you can see, like, the rifling and how the freaking supposedly this when he sticks the lipstick into the gun. Oh my god! But my absolute favorite scene has to be, like, when they were in the German factory and, like, they were getting the artillery sequences. And it's just when they pull the trigger, when the German shot's like, fire! And, like, you hear when they press the button, like, pull the trigger to fire the weapon, and you can see all the inner workings of, like, the pins and the pin striking the hammer over the percussion. Oh my god. Oh yes, the square bell. Sorry, I'm half distracted now, but just like porn to me sometimes is quite simply when you've got like someone showcasing a sequence of how a fucking assault rifle works. I mean, the introduction to the game Black is beautiful because it's one of those things which just literally shows how, admittedly, a horribly wrong AK-47, because it's got the charging bolt on the wrong side. They're not left-handed, by the way. Like, the concept of the AK-47 in that game is so bad. Because, think about it, if the charging handle is on the left side of the gun and you're firing, you're being spattered in the face by the empty rounds as it's discarding them. But, besides the point, that sequence where the AK is firing, and like they get the fucking MP5 correctly animated or correctly designed this time, and just so good. I mean, I love guns in general, but certain types of guns and firearms I just love, absolutely. My absolute love, of course, is bolt-action rifles. It seems strange that a less efficient weapon system is something that I find to be more appealing, but the concept of when you work the bolt, and having done so in real life, it's reaffirmed my love for them. Hello, you're a biggie. But the concept of working through all of the other stuff is just, the feeling you get when you do it is just, you fire the weapon, especially if it's like a 7.92, and like you hear the sort of the, and then as you do it out, you hear the brass fucking flinging off into the distance. So good. So good. From Big Rock of Trains. I mean, there's also, weirdly enough, a rate of fire for me. Like, there's like a meaty rate of fire. Like, to describe it in a film sense, at least for easy comparison, or as an easy example, in Pearl Harbor, the horrible one, by the way, sadly, there is one scene, well, there's a couple of scenes I like, but one of the scenes I like, some of the scenes I like are specifically when they fire certain machine guns. The first is when the cook, whose name of the actor escapes me, but was probably the best one in the entire film, barring Alec Baldwin. Like, he was a fantastic character. I loved him. Is the scene where he loses his captain. And he does the sort of like, I don't want to use guns, but suddenly I now have to use guns bullshit. Again, not his fault. It just shittily, like, he did a fantastic job with what he had, but he was given a very bad scenario. But anyway, and he basically goes ham with 250 cal machine guns against whatever. That sounding machine gun. So good. So good. Even the MG42s on Saving Private Ryan sound absolutely beautiful. And then in Pearl Harbor, going back to that, there's the sequence where the two heroes there's the two heroes who are shooting down the Japanese Zeros, and you just hear that. Yeah, no, I can imagine. I can imagine. Especially if you've got, like, certain sound effects. Like, one of my mates, he was absolutely, and I mean absolutely fucking mental in terms of car, because he was a car nut. Like, one of those guys who was, like, super fucking into his cars, like, so hardcore into them, it was scary. But there was one thing about cars that he said he would actually have an orgasm to, which was the sound of the dump valve. And it's that, that's just me connecting my headphones up to the computer so I don't run out of wireless battery. But apparently, for those who don't know, the dump valve, when you've got like turbos and stuff, when you rev the engine, and then you sort of hear that sort of noise, like noise or whatever the fuck it makes sounds of, he'd go nuts over that sound. Like whenever we were playing, when he was ever playing Need for Speed or any kind of racing game, as soon as he heard that, he was just like, oh, every time. And I'm just like, dude, you're not going to be able to play a single racing game if you keep making that noise. It's fucking mental. But yeah, there are certain sounds that just, oh. I mean, to be honest with you, I can tell you now, if anyone ever played the M1 Grand Ping sound effect, I would react very vocally with that. Oh, even talking about it, fucking hell. That, like, I'm not gonna lie, this makes me sound like a fucking madman, but if you get the M1 Grand Ping sound effect to be played, oh, fuck it, I'm playing it. I'm playing it. Fuck it, I'm playing it. It's not copyright. I'm gonna cut the music and I'm gonna fucking play the sound effect because it is just that fucking good. Like, it's so typical. It's so basic, but I don't care. Right, we're gonna hit. So this is a video. This is someone just. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it comes. God damn! I need to change underwear. Maybe. I may need medical assistance after that, because my god. Like, I need a cigarette more than anything. Suck it! Hey! And the game rewards me. Oh, Jesus Christ, on a bike. And I'm in the one country that has a fucking paranoid, irrational fear of firearms. I say paranoid, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm in the one nation where you talk enthusiastically about firearms, people look at you with concerned eyes, which is always so sad. Oh, okay, didn't think we could get away with that. I mean, I'm more clearing out this area just because we can then deal with the western approaches, but oh, it's so nice. But then again, I also have a thing for engines as well. More specifically, if I had to describe my absolute, like, peak love in engines, or, like, engine sounds, which is where I think my engineering side comes from. I mean, my grandfather on my father's side actually was an engineer. Like, he flew a Spitfire over Malta, and I think he had a thing for engineering and, like, planes and stuff, which is probably why I'm more, why I lean a little bit more towards planes. In more recent life, but the pod racing sequence in Star Wars, the Episode 1, is possibly the most incredible sequence of sound I've ever heard in my entire life, and I'm so grateful I got to hear that in the cinemas, and I'm really sad they have yet to do that again. That's the one thing about cinemas I'm gonna miss when they do die out. Because they're on the death road now. I mean, if COVID-19 has done anything, it has proven that the cinemas are very much on a... The end is nigh for the cinema. I mean, it's sad. Don't get me wrong. But it's been coming for a while now. Like, we've known that it was coming, and... You know, if COVID-19 has more or less proven that cinema is not the way to go for releasing films, because now you've got, like, streaming websites, you've got streaming services, which now are getting a bit too much. There's probably going to be a major crash of them at some point, but you know. But going back to Star Wars, oh my god, whoever was on that team in Star Wars, they deserve a medal for the amount of beautiful sounds they have contributed to the universe, because it isn't just the pod racing sequence as well. There's some of the sound effects for the blaster rifles, some of the sound effects for the vehicles, the LAT-V as well. My favorite my favorite vehicle in the entire Star Wars universe, barring the X-wing. Oh, there's so many good sounds from that thing. And then, of course, no one can and of course, don't forget, we've got the bomb effect, the seismic charges from this, because so good. Sorry guys, I'm supposed to be playing and sounding like an actual Factorio player, but here I am talking about how much I love guns and explosions. I'm a healthy human being. Oh God. But still, as ever, we shall endure. I mean, what was it? I do love, in terms of engines, I love the Spitfire's engine, especially with the whistle as well. Like, when you hear that, I mean, I had, like, one of the most incredible moments, probably one of the top moments of my life. Oh, God, yeah, I can imagine. Like, they probably churn out, like, a shitload of CO2. And what's worse, they have to use them. I mean, like, they probably will come up with loads of bollocky reasons why they won't use them, but, like, you could just be like, yeah, but how the fuck are you supposed to get this, you know, giant train's worth of supplies to, from North Ipswich to London or something like that? You know, I know my geography of London. But no, like, okay, that's probably not a good, yeah. It's more like, yeah, so, like, basically, yeah, no, I think Ipswich is in London, so they just do. Yeah, they don't care. They're just like, fuck it, we need to use them. And all the Greenpeace people are just standing out there crying their eyes out because they can't fucking stop it. You can't stop it because it's too efficient. Fuck yes. Love it. So good. This is the thing. Efficiency. It's so nice. I won't lie, there are other games, I mean, the thing is, I do like, I'm not a naval nut, but the weird thing is, most of my family, that sounds nice. That's something that's nice, you know, like, that's not something that, yeah, do you like, does it like, how much of a vibration do those things create then at that level? Do you like, if you'd set like a cup of tea down or coffee down, would like the bloody thing sort of rattle along as if it was a baby earthquake or turbulence, you know? Alright, let's go deposit these particular things off, and then where are you? Oh God, yeah, that's a point. God, like, imagine, yeah, I can imagine, actually, if you're in, like, the middle of a valley and that thing makes a nice sound, the echo from that must be incredible. Oh, wow. Now, that's incredible. Like, I could appreciate that. That's the thing. People look at train enthusiasts like, the sad dad. What was it? There was a video I saw, the British Pathway, videos. British Pathy or something Pathy, and it was basically this old 1950s, maybe 1960s, like newsreel footage. 47%. Okay. And like it was basically this somewhat condescending video of this of enthusiastic model makers or model drivers or model and like this person was basically saying, oh well, look at these people and their enthusiastic little toys, you know, and really it was just them being ultimate knobheads to these, you know, to these people who had a passion or whatever. And there was this one guy who actually, with his wife as well, had established a full-on recreation, and this, bearing in mind, is in the 50s and 60s, so there's no eBay, there's no like online guides or anything. That sounds badass. That just sounds more badass than anything. I like that. I'm beginning to appreciate trains, good sir, but more for an engineering side of things. And, like, these people, like, this guy and his wife ended up making a full-on recreation of, like, I think their local train line or whatever. And he would go inside, and they completely have their house customized. They've got, the gates and everything. I think they're probably dead now. Bearing in mind this is the 50s, and they were looking like they were in their 40s and 50s, so you know they're probably passed away now. But by God, they made a fantastic display, and like the British Pathway, like the news. Filling my DMs with sad things. I'm just gonna upload. I'm gonna start my Discord. I actually haven't started my Discord yet. But no, the dedication to that. Oh yeah. Oh no, no way. They wouldn't have lasted till probably maybe they probably passed away in the 90s or whatever. It's not bad. I can't play it, but at the moment, but I will do later on, and I'll send you a DM for it just to say. But no, like what was it? The oh no, yeah, British Pathway is interesting to look for like various things. I even found some old newsreel footage of Germany in the late 30s. Sadly, no color footage, and there are some like unused, not many, no audio, but the historical context of seeing what the world was like to me is fascinating. Like for me, to wrap up the thing about the two couple, they actually completely recreated their local line, I think, like for a massive thing, and they'd customized their house as well, and like they had little sheds with the different stations and everything, and like they'd gotten the costumes, and it was just fantastic. My heart goes out to them. Well fucking done, you know. Like I love that level of dedication. But no, going back to the British Pathway things, for me, when it comes to film, my absolute sort of fascination in terms of history is my fucking boner, to be honest with you. Like, for me, it's not even the great battles or the great people, it's when you see the human side of it. You know, like, very early cinematography, like film-wise, there was, I can't remember their names, the Lumiere brothers? Your greens are shouting at you. Yeah, they're coming out a little faster now, which is good. It's just the red ones I need now, which we can actually make some speed modules, so whilst we're doing that. But what was it? Like, the early days of film, when they were just experimenting with some stuff, some of the stuff they did was just filming average people going to work or coming back from a shift, or just even looking at random people. They would just film certain streets and cities at that time. And I'm like, fucking, like, I saw this for the first time back when I was in college. And, like, all of my friends, like, all of the colleague people, like, all the guys around me, they were just bored. They were just sort of whatever. And there was me, like, fucking half drooling because of the concept of, like, so that's how they walked with those clothes. Look, that's Elizabethan. You know, like, that's early 20th century. Oh, that's cars, but, like, really old. And you could see the streets with, like, horse-drawn carts. And, like, the shit of how did this work? How did society function when, you know, back when pollution was, like, not even considered a word? Or, like, back when electricity was just still new. And it's this kind of fascinating day-to-day life routines that we've not got anymore, because obviously now with the internet, with electricity and solar energy and whatever, the old ways of, you know, obviously changed for the better, but I find it fascinating to see how they lived back then. That's why I love Rome. The Rome, what was it? The Rome HBO series, the first season especially, because it was just, you just saw what average life was like. You know, it was grimy, it was dirty, it was really unpleasant. People, you know, there were slaves. I mean, Christ, the town crier, who actually met the guy who, the town crier was. Like, I met the guy who played as the town crier, he was doing like a talk session. It was absolutely fantastic. At the time, unfortunately, I didn't really get a chance to ask him any questions. It was kind of like a one and done. There was another person at the thing. But like, his sort of, he was like, no prostitutes, no agencies are allowed, for they will destroy the sanctity of the Senate. And it's this kind of like, you feel it's believable. Like, you can feel the history. Oh, God, it's incredible. Right, I think... Oh, we got some speed modules, which is great. And we now need processing units. It's fine. We'll never run out of processing units. 78. Fantastic. We are getting there, guys. Like the more we do this, it's a slow process, but it's a process that is actually faster than the other method as well, which is yeah. Right, let's quickly pop these in as well. So yeah, I'd say we're getting there. Halfway there. Halfway there. Wow, living on a prayer. But now, like, oh god, for me, history is one of those things. My favorite moments is when I learn about more human sides to history. It's the moment where you hear Alexander the Great complaining about the meal he had last night. It's the moment where you discover that people wore certain bits of clothing to... I mean, a great example is when I was wearing my uniform. I buttoned up my... what was it? I had the... when I was reenacting, I buttoned up one of the... oh, God. The German M43 tunic had, like, these little... has these little, like, things to... oh, God. Belt holders. There we go. We'll just can't call them belt holders. And basically, these particular things were designed in a way to keep the belt up or whatever. And I was like trying to put them in. I think I was putting them in the wrong way round or whatever. Or the way that you was when I researched it, it was you're supposed to put these sort of semi outside, and then they basically like just shove them in, just sort of going from the front rather than putting from the back, because it's faster and it's easier to, and it makes it so that it wears in a lot better. So you try and push it in fast and poof, done. And this is only because they'd already like experienced this sort of stuff. And hearing stories about how soldiers at the time would hold their weapons or the trail, whatever, is fascinating to learn and to understand. There wasn't there like in Pompeii, the Roman city that fell over. Yes, the Roman city that fell over, not the Roman city that was burnt to a crisp because of a volcano. No, it just fell over. There was this fucking... Didn't they find a dick pic? Effectively. Someone had basically drawn a penis on the side of one of the walls, and there was another person who they sadly found who'd been uncovered who was masturbating. Like, they finally dug into this residence they've dug into this residence of this person's house, and they found the body, unfortunately, and they just found he was in a really embarrassing pose. And it was just like, well, someone was having a good time when the apocalypse happened. Oh, but no, when you see basic stuff, I love it. History is just fantastic, and I love I mean, there's some bits of history that I will genuinely find boring, but sometimes even just the meaningless, the mingle? No. Oh God, the word, it's completely failing me now. Not the meaningless, God, I'm just, the words flown right off my head. We need more speed modules. We're getting there though, guys. Actually, let's turn the music back on. So I think what we should probably do, 65, yeah. So what we're going to do is, whilst we're waiting for these modules, I'm going to try and see if I can build some more, because we just need, because we got a shitload of those other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically get a shitload of, how are we doing for that? That is building up quite nicely. I'm going to quickly do this, and we're going to do, how much do we need for speed modules? Like, what's the ratio? Equal. Okay. So we're probably going to need vastly more amounts of red circuits, but there we go. Oh, that's really irritating. That would have been really fucking awesome, but no. Hang on. We might just have it. We'll go here. Actually, no, full on. You're not getting any further research. But then again, you don't need the further research, really. Perfect. Right, 120 speed modules. Which, once we get that, we should be able to construct a fuckload of these things, and we'll get another few percentage done, which is really kind of cool. And then, how many do we have now? Just one. No, we have a few. And then eventually we can get ourselves sort of at that. Hopefully, we're not going to get another fucking thing which says, hey, you want to do it this way. And just, like, slowly commit suicide. I mean, the thing is, we've got jet fuel coming out of our asses at this point. Which I say jet fuel. Rocket fuel is the official term. We're never going to have to worry about that, though. But the annoying thing is we're going to have to worry constantly about the computer components. But hey ho, something I can prepare for when I play this game again. Though unlikely to do so in recording terms because I will take forever, and I don't know if that's really entertaining for you guys. This is one of those kind of games which I would just play music and do my own thing to, rather than stream it, because I feel that that would be more entertaining. I'd play something that's a little bit more entertaining for you guys, because I don't know what your patience is, but you all have the patience of a saint, by the way. You guys are awesome. I love you. You guys are, like, yeah. Like, this, for some people, for some of the YouTube, like, some of the followers out there, like, what was it, yesterday, someone very kindly put on the comment, you know, saying, yeah, not many people may watch this, but I do, and I enjoy it. And I'm like, that's the reason. Even if it's just one person who appreciates it, it's all worth it for me. I mean, the thing is, this is my hobby. This is something I do for fun. So, I mean, if I was if I was so, like, not into it, I'd just play video games and not even bother. But no, those moments is what I live for as a YouTuber. And, you know, having done it for over 8 years, almost 10 now, fuck. I've still got a year to plan that. I'd like to do something nice, even if it's something simple. Right, I've definitely got whoops. And technically speaking, with your 3 gates scenario, I do have 2 gates. They're not the same thickness. They may be only a level 1 thickness, but they are in fact a little thick. Dummy thick. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to probably proceed to... We've cleared out this sector, which is great. I'm going to kind of go around the northern perimeter, just to see, A, what was going on up there, but B, to try and clear out what we've got. How much ammo do we have? I'd say we have a decent amount of ammo. I'd say that's a reasonable amount of ammunition. Yeah, I'd say that's a decent amount. Whether or not it lasts is another matter entirely. I mean, I did spend forever for a while, like, fighting my way down this peninsula, so the chances are that we're probably going to end up having to deal with something else, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but hey ho! Plus, also, I'm hoping that we might even have a peninsula up at the top. Like, we're in the center of this giant peninsula sector. And also we're discovering more resources, so it's kind of nice to do some exploration, trying to figure out what the world's like around us. Though I'm not going to lie, repopulation of bugs is something I'm glad I turned off. I mean, you could argue it's slightly cheating, but, you know, because, you know, technically speaking, these things would just be something you'll have to keep an eye on, and in order to stop them completely, you'll have to build into their territory or whatever, but there are some things I think you can probably take a few liberties with. Still, at least there's a number of decent trees around here as well. See, I'm not polluting that much, just the immediate area. How much ammo do I have for my MGs? Not a lot. I'll have to use the MGs as a last resort then. Oh, we've got some more fuel here as well. Alright, let's go see if we can blow up some more of these fuckers. Right, okay. Where are we being attacked? Oh, in the north. Okay. Okay, so I was expecting it to be in a more dangerous, dangerous predicament, but nope. Gone and gone. So it doesn't look like we're on the end of a perimeter, which is kind of good. And surprisingly, despite the amount of unexplored territory, the bugs don't seem to be that prevalent in the north. In the south, fuckers are like everywhere. But the yeah, like in the south, holy fucking balls! Look at the amount of like seriously. Whereas over here, it looks like the bugs are, or up here at the moment, we may be on the outer perimeters, but it looks like there's not got a lot to deal with. But obviously, you know, shit can go wrong at any point. How much repair things do I have? Only 400 and... They've lasted for quite some time. Like, in comparison to the amount of other shit. I have to be careful because there's cliffs around here. Most likely because of the stave respawn. In what way? Out of curiosity. In what way? Out of curiosity. In what way? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Biter bases grow very quickly with distance. Ah, so basically it's not a case of yeah. So basically, the further out I go, the bigger the base is and all that. That kind of makes sense. It's my fuel, by the way. Not bad, not bad. Not great. Okay, so it's like naturally I'm going to be seeing. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's something that you have to be aware of. We lost something? Oh, one of my robots died. Alas. For I knew you not, my dear fellow robotic companion, but I enjoyed thy company. But I enjoyed thy company to a degree. Right. Right. So, at least with these particular things, if the bug bases don't respawn, then at least we can get some peace and quiet, which then means, you know, I don't have to worry about the base falling down around me when my character decides to head off. Alright. I'm just curious about this coastal region now, more than anything. Because I mean, for me, I like the concept of the coast being right. Let's hit the spawners. Use the machine guns to kill the spitters, and voila, dead bugs everywhere. Fantastic. That's another dead. Right, let's go ahead and say hello to the other bugs. It's worse is when they get into the fucking trees as well. As much as it's kind of cool to see them just fall down dead, I kind of wish they turn into giblets. Like, if you shoot, if you get a direct hit which kills one of the bugs, it should, instead of just falling down dead like that, it should just turn to giblets. I would personally prefer that, but that's just me. I am a gory fucker. Right. Okay. So this is either a relatively small lake. Or, actually, before we do anything else, yeah, that's a thought. Boom, boom, okay, boom, boom. Get some resupply ammo. Alright, cool. So let's go north. Let's go push them to the north, like northeast, see what happens. And then we can become more efficient. Hello? I say become more efficient. You know what I mean, guys. Like, then we can learn more about this place. Flaminjata. We'll actually at some point... yep, no, we're starting to see the bigger bug bases now. The more extensive material... The more extensive bug bases, should we say. This could be interesting. Yeah, that's quite the extensive location, but there's also a little bit of a swamp area here as well. It's pretty cool. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't really risk going into that other location, I'm afraid. Sorry. I mean, I'd like to slow down and let my robot worker save my ass, but I don't feel it would be very good. I don't think it would be a prudent idea. At least my flamethrower does the damage it needs to now. They are amazing. I love them. Right. Except my dude do his job and fix up. There's a good robot. Right. Yeah, I can see now. We're getting further. We're getting more like advanced bases, which is going to be pretty annoying to deal with at some point. Oh boy, we got a lot of shit going. I have to be careful with this because we could die still. Like, I got my point defenses and everything, so even if we lose the tank, we'll be okay. But I'd rather not take any chances. Because it would not take much to kill me. Even with all the gear I've got. God bless energy damage. Try and burn our way through these trees, and then we might be able to kill some of their shit. Right, okay. That was quite a substantial amount of bugs we just killed. More importantly, that's a rather substantial amount of bugs in a small area. Right, let's go see if we can resolve this problem, shall we? Gotta try and intercept this fuckaroo. Right. Okay. Did we lose anyone? No. Thank the throne. Oh, I do. I do have Mark II shields. Hang on. On my character... There we go. See? Mark II shields. 4 Mark IIs, 4 personal laser defenses, 2 personal Roboport Mark IIs, and some personal batteries. Like, this particular loadout is serving me quite well. Unfortunately, the shield doesn't extend to vehicles, but then that would be kind of broken, which is understandable. Oh boy. Oh god, like all the damage I'm doing. Oh. And oh fuck. Oh, I'm going right into a trap, aren't I? Yep, I am. Sorry, Robo Dude. But I can't afford to risk this. I mean, a biter, yes, totally should be easy. It's just the thing is, we're not dealing with a biter, though. We're dealing with many biters. That's the thing. That's the scary side. That's where we have problems. Right, how are we doing for fuel? We're doing not so bad. Ammo, we're okay on. Fuel ammo is better, but we could... I was thinking cluster grenades, actually. But the resources we need to make those things are all at the base, so... And I can't toss grenades out of vehicles, or can I? I actually don't know if you can or not. I assume we can't. Unless that would be kind of broken. But then who knows, this game is kind of ridiculous. I think I could make a Spidertron as well if I was absolutely desperate. Oh, I can throw grenades. Then yeah, that's a little... I mean, this is the Factorio. I mean, that's not super broken, but I'm like, wow, okay. The game's like, we want you to destroy everything. And we mean everything. I mean, I hope that you can still do that, but yeah. Okay, so if we were to... Oh, look at this tiny crude oil. We've destroyed a good chunk of the first base, fucked over a little bit of the second, so if we're lucky... I would say... Because the problem is they're combined. Combined bases are assholes. And it's not just... Ironically, it's not just the... Green biters are the worst. At first I was kind of disappointed that there was only 2 types of bugs. But then I'm like, oh, hang on. No, there's a good reason for that. They just get better and better. So I've only had to... Right, perfect, 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 perfect. We can just knock out the spawners. That'll do nicely. There we go. Right, now Flammenwerfer. Shoot, 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 shoot. Do the damage, do the damage, do the damage. Switch over to flamethrowers. Try to avoid all of the spit. Try. Emphasis on the try. Boom! And that's how you do it. Yeah, this is probably where my skill set is slightly better. Not saying it's great, but it's better. Like, when it comes to building up production lines, figuring out how to make things more ability. Yeah, no, the spider bot, I totally would agree. Kind of like the nature of the Panzer, though, this particular tank at least. For a bit of a drive-by. Oh, I stole the Hornet's nest, hello. Right. Yeah, this is where my particular skill set begins to shine out a little better. Planning assaults, pushing into positions, attacking enemy fortresses, that sort of stuff. He's flammened. Geverfed. Right, okay, I'm going to take a quick moment to go grab some food. I have an Easter egg or 2 in my fridge, which have now finally cooled down to the point of near rock-solid nature, which makes them the ultimate perfect satisfaction. So if you'll bear with me, I'll give you a coastal view to satisfy your non-bug destroying desires. There we go. Also, we might as well resupply whilst I'm here. Put that to there, put that to there. In terms of ammunition, we've got 1.8k, 3.2k, 1.6. Not a huge fan of the lacking of fuel that we have. Fuel is the like bugs get more resistant to machine guns and explosions, but they never get resistance to flame. So I'm not super keen on running low on flame ammo because that's currently what's saving my bacon at the moment. But we'll see. BRB for like 5 seconds. Well, I say more than 5 seconds. It's probably going to be for like maybe about a minute to a half. But you know what I mean. I didn't die. Yay. I was half expecting to come back to find the fucking message saying, "Oh, you suck, you died." And I'll just be like, anyway. So we're probably gonna have to try and find a way of making sure I don't like go too mad into. Right, save you because you're a Malteser one. Malteser eggs are the best eggs. Like, seriously, Malteser eggs, fucking divine. I mean, dairy milk eggs are pretty good. I mean, we're talking Easter eggs here. But if I had to say my personal favourite Easter egg, it would have to be Maltesers. Those are like the ultimate in terms of flavour and enjoyment. Right. Right, we should be able to... That's a decent amount. Maybe like 20%. Perfect. Go along the outskirts. Right, this is the bit of the more of the risky game, but if we do this right, which... Like, we've got to be quick and careful with this. At least the base buildings don't get resistant for machine guns. That would really suck. I mean, it wouldn't make much... It would make a kind of sense, but it wouldn't be a really... It would still be an irritating fucking factor. Boom, baby. Okay, so we've successfully destroyed another chunk of bad guys, which is good. I'm going to kind of go down south a bit now. Try and sweep away these particular nests. So that way then we should be able to finally have a little bit of a respite from any kind of interference. And it also acts as a good supply opportunity for the tank. To a degree. I've actually seen, in terms of spider bots, I remember seeing a video talking about like the different kind of mods for one of them, and there was this one that made it look like the fucking common house spider, and I'm just like, oh no, that would be fucking terrifying, especially since it has like fast movement speeds and everything. So every time I'd use it, I'd just be having a fucking panic attack. Oh god. It's like, why would you do that? Why? Just because someone made a spider bot doesn't mean you need to make it a spider real life. Right, we're almost there with the. We're not too far away from building another few percentage worth of the thing. So hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves sorted in this sector a bit. Right, a little bit more clearing out, and then I think we can go to back to base. These two sectors primarily. Bit of a risky play I'm making, because this area is just completely covered in trees. Slightly more focus on the eastern perimeter. I think we'll be able to match it. Like, we'll be able to annihilate it. Right, there we go. I see you. I need to make sure the forested area is a bit clear. Casual distraction. Alright. Okay, we've actually done it. That's it. Right, let's make our way back to base and see what we can do with the percentage of stuff we've got, and then make a start on the next wave. So again, apologies if this method is a bit lacking, shall we say, in stuff being done, but this is the my hopeful near end, probably, I don't know if it's going to be the end in this part. I'd hope it was. If it is, then fucking fantastic. But if not, then god damn it. But basically, this is the intention of trying to get through to the end of this particular scenario as fast as humanly possible. Or in my case, as fast as as fast as it can go, basically. As fast as I can go, as fast as I can make it go, sort of deal. Probably should steal the greens as well. Just so we've got a box full of the greens. Probably. What's in here? Nothing. Right. So, yup. That's a nice chunk of stuff, which I'm quite happy to see. This is what I live for. Still need loads of greens. Holy shit. I'm wondering where I should put them. That should be fine. That'll probably fill up like twice as fast as the other one. Okay, let's go deposit this stuff off. Right, boom. 53%. We're probably going to push down to like what? Maybe even 70? It's there, it's a possibility. It's not perfect, but it might be. And who knows, 70%, rocket may be there. And this is not going to last, unfortunately, but this at least will give us the chance to sort of go, hey, hey. Who knows? Who knows? Nice. So, and gone. Yeah. So we went up to 73%. So that's not bad. If we can get a nice chunk, which we're already doing, because it only needs a 1-to-1 for processing units. We've got probably just about enough for the other lot. But if we can get more. If we can get a decent amount, then yeah. I'm probably going to do something similar here where I get... Let's see, where's a good place to get red circuits? Well, on this production line, effectively. Boom. Dum, dum, dum. Means nothing else gets made. Nothing else gets made, of course, but it's fine. Actually, alright, stuff is being made, but that's going to slow down eventually, isn't it, because of that? Actually, to be honest with you, that's already starting to fill up, so I might not take too much from that. I might not. No, I know. I think I'm going to not do that for here, even though that's appreciated. Fucking hell. Right, do we have any of these? Oh boy, do we? Yes, we do. In fact, every one of those. Make me more, please. Thank you very much. Oh my god. But look, the crafting speed is improving, so that's working. And additionally, it improves the crafting speed, increases the crafting speed of players. So once that's done, it'll max out to the most it can be, which is, well, it'll have maxed out to the point before we can start like launching satellites into the sky. Do we still have red circuits? Oh, we have red circuits. Yeah, let's go get some stuff and build them up more. I will overdo it. I swear to the gods. And it's not like these things are being made anyway. Donk. Think we have enough? Right. It's gonna take a while to build these, unfortunately, but that's why we do shit like blow stuff up, because explosions means means distractions, and distractions means happy times. But what I will do though is I will resupply my vehicle. Fuel wise, we're sort of okay on. I mean, we've got the depot set up, so we can do it. Yeah, we got the depot for it. I would like to see some... What I would do though before I do... Fuck. Shit. I can't move. No. No. Please don't. Game, no, no, no. Fuck off. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. That terrified me for a second. We just need to replace one of these with these and... Boop. That should be enough for what I want. Oh yeah, we've definitely got more than that. Right, let's get one more stack. Just in case. 25. Like, that's gonna take its time, but... Oh. I mean, I'm going a bit mental here now, but... Okay, 350 is the absolute max. Is the absolute max we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 350, maybe even a 50 more. Yeah, no, that's completely reasonable. We've got the supplies we need. Right, where's my tank? Where's my tank? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go on a massive spree of killing shit. But the hope, and this is the hope, is that by doing the hope is that by doing this, this might be the last time we have to do this, because we need 30% to win this, right? Well, we need 30%. We need like basically 300 of those computer parts, which will give us the 30% we need to turn it into the rocket. Well, that means then that you know, now this is the last sort of thing we can do. I really fucking hope it's not going to ask me to do like a fucking satellite or whatever. That would be douchebaggy at that level. But then again, this is Factorio, where again, everything is about making that one last thing, that one last fucking, you know, malark at this point. So No, under no circumstances do I think it's going to be anything less than just more douchebag decisions, but anyway, let's get the supplies going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slight expedition whilst we wait for this stuff to build up, which is fine. What I will do, though... I swear to God, if you're a normal speed module tool, you're fine. Don't I make a spare one of these? Hey, Interweb, how you doing? I think we're on the home run. I think. Could be wrong. Right, let's go resupply our tank, shall we? I think. I'm not sure. Can't guarantee it. Right, so we could do with maybe... Yeah. 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll quickly swap you out for you. And then pop you in there. We could do with some more fuel ammo, though. Holy shit, do we need fuel? And I have tons! Okay, what do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably... So 1, 2, 3. I might prioritize having like 1, 2. Oh god, yeah, like. Hang on. If I was to fully organize my ammunition system, I probably would have this much for normal, and then like, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Regular shells we could do with some as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This stuff sorted, so boom. And then we need like 300 extra. 300 extra isn't a huge amount, but we don't go through this at like the rate of knots. So 300 should be fine. Yeah, that makes total sense. And then, yeah, okay. But now we're on the last one. We're on the last hurdle. Okay, so we've got 1.4k fuel, 4k shells, nearly 2k fuel, Flammenwerfer ammo, and the same amount for a machine gun. Okay, heavy machine gun. So what we're probably going to do is I'm going to probably do like a slight exploration push to this northwest. That's northwest. Sorry, this northeastern side. See if there's like many territories we can clear up. Then maybe if we push down south, try and see if we can clear out some of these eastern territories, because they are starting to encroach a little bit on the right. And if I wanted to come back to this particular save, once mods and other shit comes towards it in the 1.10 thing, then I could do so. And be able to have a nice little knowledge of I don't have to worry about shit, which is nice. It's a nice feeling, I won't lie. No, you did not. There was an annotated diagrams with trains. No, you did not. Is this part of your feeling sad now? Like, was this part of your I'm feeling as if I'm a little bit sad or something along those lines? Because, again, no judgment. Like, there are people who, like, fucking go nuts over various things. Bird watching is probably the only... Actually, no, even bird watching I can respect. Yeah. So, dude, no judgment. Like, even bird watching I can respect. Not sure how it would work, but I can respect it. Now we've got to kill those two. That's just going to bug me otherwise. Haha. Sorry, that was terrible. The entire chat just dies and everyone just stares at the screen like, you fucking degenerate scum. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Right, let's clear these particular positions out. Once we've cleared these positions out, we should be able to, like, we should be able to... Oh, hello. Yeah. We should be able to knock these positions out, wipe them from the floor, and then move on to other objectives. Primarily clearing out the externals. Sure. So if I wanted to come back. Right. Boom. I'm gonna see what happens if you leave those fuckers. Try and get rid of those. They will go down. Okay, they will go down. So energy weapons and beam weapons do kill them. Just very slowly. Alright, let's have a look, see what's up north. Little tiny base area, fair enough. Great YouTuber, fantastic things. I was rewatching the video he made on the American operation in the 1980s to capture the Mi-25 helicopter. I love that's the kind of shit I like. It's great middle finger moments in history. It's like, hey, look at your fancy helicopter. Would it be a shame if someone stole it? Sorry, but yeah, like that's just awesome. I love it. He's very good historian as well. Like I was listening to the actually he's probably released them all now, so I can probably get back into watching the Boxer Rebellion, which is something that I've not like. Yeah, but the problem with these historical channels though is everyone thinks themselves an expert, and or that they've been brought up because of their family who was involved with this, or their teacher or their thing, and kind of like religion, it's like they can't imagine a world where they're like, for some people they can't imagine a world where they're not correct. Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, it's racist is been replaced with the word. It's just replaced the phrase "I don't like you," "I don't agree with you," you know. But it's not just plainly "I don't like / agree with you." It's I don't like / agree with you, and I want you to get into trouble for it. You know, I want other people to agree with me, and by using the term racist, liberal, whatever, it puts you into a slot that allows more people who think somewhat similar to me to throw the same finger quote slur at you, which doesn't really accomplish anything, and it just proves how fucking immature you are. Right. We will drive these bastarden bugs to extermination. Fuck you and fuck you. No bugs may live. But yeah, it's pretty much the case of most things. But still, Mark Felton does. For those who don't know, Mark Felton does some absolutely fantastic videos on various historical subjects, mostly centering around the 20th century. I think they all center around the 20th century, to be exact. No, tell a lie. Most around the 20th century. And he has like two channels. One which is like dedicated towards like an audiobook style thing, which I think is some of the books he's actually written, and him. And basically like little scenarios that occurred in like the Cold War, which is a period of time that at the moment we're not really seeing. I mean, there is stuff about it, and if you go deep into it, but it's not really the mainstream kind of history subject that most people kind of go into. They kind of, with most things regarding the Cold War, it's kind of like it happened, and then people just move on. It's like the Troubles. It's like people who lived at the time don't want to talk about it, so it's not something that gets talked about a lot. So it's interesting, for example, like with regards to the Mi-25P, it was a Russian, it was the Hind, basically, and because of a scenario where a bunch of Hinds got left behind in a runway in Libya, the US government basically yoinked one of them from the runway and were like, quick! Trying to get the shit to be percent. Though, truth be told, my absolute favourite has to be during the Hungarian Revolution in the 1950s. So for context, in the 1950s, Hungary was wanting to have democratic elections. They wanted to be free from the Soviet occupation. But the Soviets, being Ivans, said, nah, you're not getting it. So there was a bit of a massive revolution, sort of democratic revolution, if you will, And it resulted eventually in the Soviet Union cracking down by sending their sending army units with the new T-54 tank. You know, this was a revolutionary Russian design, which could threaten to destabilize the current power in Europe. But during I mean, watch the video, definitely. I'll try and see if I can link it once I've cleared out these bugs. But, like, the concept with this is fantastic because, basically, it was the Soviets had, the Hungarians had basically just, by chance, been able to get forced one of the crews to abandon the T-54, and it was just lying in the street. And the British government was like, oh, fuck, this is a beautiful opportunity. So they got one of the diplomats. They snuck someone in. I think they had someone in the embassy at the time. And they were like, yo, get your ass in that tank. Take photos and everything. Just so we can figure out what the Russians are doing. And it's like this guy was able to sneak into the tank, take a number of photos, and get out just as the fucking Russians were coming to retake the tank. And it was beautiful because the Russians didn't suspect a thing. And then all future tank, NATO tank designs, from the Abrams to the Challenger to the Chieftain, and it was all future tank designs, even the Leopard as well, were designed with methods to counter the T-54's systems. And it was because of this one guy who just had the ability to be at the right place at the right time, was able to change the fate of Europe. Just fucking imagine that. And you couldn't talk about it or anything until like 50 or 60 years afterwards. So you could be like minding your own business, and and then you hear stories about a new tank that's designed to defeat the new T-54, and you can just sort of smile to yourself and think, yeah, that was me. I did that. Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, no, I love those moments. I love that Channel 4 with that amazing. And then of course you've got stuff that is around the big events like World War II, like there's a video talking about the British involvement in the Battle of the Bulge. Now, normally, when you think of the Battle of the Bulge, you think America, especially from the Band of Brothers series, with Easy Company being surrounded on all sides, and the paratroopers basically being bombarded, shelled, and fucked over. Though, I would not lie, slightly disappointed with that episode. I know they wanted to focus on the medic at the time, but I kind of feel like they kind of skipped the battle, which in comparison to like I would say the Battle of the Bulge is a pretty significant fight, to be fair. Like, this wasn't just some kind of the way that they did it in the series. Just as it was kicking off, the medic gets sent away, and it's like like, I kind of feel like, I mean, then again, I am a battle hound, so like for me, I personally would have liked to have seen the battle scenes of the Battle of the Bulge, considering it was quite a significant point in, this was like Hitler's last gamble, and to a degree, it was overstretched from the beginning. Like, I'm not saying it was a good plan, but it could have worked. It would have been flawed. It would have been, it could have, potentially. Not saying it would have, but it might have. You know how bullshit scenarios work around. The thing is, people will say, oh, it was a flawed plan from the beginning because we have hindsight to say so. But at the time, it was like maybe a gamble, but they did it before, but, they rolled tanks through the Ardennes and fucking outflanked an entire Maginot Line, so who knows? Maybe they could have somehow, going from the ideology of the people at the time, maybe they could have, gone around the flanks and surrounded the Allied forces, and forced them to, like, sign some kind of weird peace treaty. Not saying it would have done anything good. I think the war still would have gone unfavorably, and arguably a lot worse, because Ivan would have taken over more of Germany. But you never know. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting concept, shall we say, to try. But no, to sort of think about. But no, Mark Felton does absolutely fantastic videos, and I very much recommend, if you have an interest in history, and you like to learn a bit and learn about various things that you didn't even realize I mean, Christ, they even do stuff. He even did videos about events that happened in my lifetime, which I didn't think were even able to be read, because, you know, normally with these kind of shits, you'd think, this stuff, you'd think you'd have to wait like 40, 50 years before you can talk about it. But no, some stuff they're just like, yeah, no, this happened. We did it. We kicked ass. Right, let's go push further to the south. Yeah, further to the south, but to the east. So how's everyone doing? You're all good, guys? Hopefully the stream's looking alright. My voice isn't getting clipped out. I've noticed, and I'm wondering if it's because of my connection to the headphones or not, but my microphone occasionally cuts out at points. Now, this microphone is fairly old. It's like 5 years old now, and it has been dropped on its side numerous times because I don't have a full proper mounting rig for it. It's just on the tripod. The amount of times I've knocked it over to its side, the fact that there's sometimes it does occasionally clip or do whatever doesn't surprise me, which is why I'm probably thinking I'm going to have to get a new one at some point, or resolve to use the Corsair headsets microphones, which I'm not 100% wanting to do because it's not quite as nice. It's, you know, the quality is still good. It still works with the other microphone, but if it gets to that point, I'm like, maybe I might have to do something, but who knows. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. Right, how are we doing? So we go down further this line over here. Good, good. Ah! There we go. Slow, slow, slow. Push, push, push. Alright, alright. Let's keep pushing. Watch where I shoot, because I can blow myself up if I'm not careful. All this time and energy. Oh, we lost one. Robot. No, Gary, why? I knew you since you were a scrap pile. God damn you, bug crab. Flum. Flum. Right, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that these things are in the forest, so let's deforestation a little bit. God, can you imagine deforestation like this in Age of Empires 2? God, they're fucking like, just imagine a fucking player seeing this and like the forest map and just be like, oh! Okay, danger time, danger time. Blow you fuckers up, because I do not trust you. Boom, boom, boom. Right, let's quickly pick up all the rocks and turn it into ground or whatever. Okay, let's retrieve, grab all the stuff, blow up more rocks. It's so stupid, but true. Right, let's just drive along. Vroom, vroom. There we go. And quickly make some of that. And done. Okay, cool. So, now that we've officially done that, 400. Bang fucking on. God, yeah. Fucking beautiful. So now we have 400. So, now comes a bit of a lengthy process, but this is hopefully the last of the lengthy processes. And then eventually we should be able to see the rocket go up into the sky, and thus this stream's well, this series and stream shall be concluded. But that won't be the last stuff of the streams that I make. No, sir. No, tomorrow we shall be doing some Final Fantasy. I'm going to take a bit of a... I'm trying to push through the story, but it's... I don't know why, but it's getting to the point where the story's becoming annoying, and I'm just like, can we just get to the point where I'm finishing? And I don't want to play through the game and potentially not care as much about characters or stuff as previous other stuff, but still. I might... I don't know whether I'll do that or Valheim. Ooh, tough decisions. I'm really loving what I'm doing on Valheim at the moment. Like, actually, no, I might do Valheim. The more I think about it, the more I want to do Valheim. Right, okay, that's them taken care of. Just love this little thing that comes up to try and attack us, and then the laser beam just shoots, and it's like, you can sit the fuck down. Right. Let's go finish off these remaining bozos. Where's the bozos? Bozos! Oh, there's the bozos. No, they're dead bozos. Right. Let's see. I wonder how far this... You know what, I'm going to go south and see how far this coast... Because we're pretty much safe for the time being now. We'll knock out these two outcrops. And then we'll go further to the south to see how far this little patch of water goes. Because that would be kind of cool. These bugs are going to be interesting. They're going to be completely covered in pollution at some point. And then they're not going to be able to do shit for dick at all. Which I find hilarious. Like, they're going to be inflamed, irradiated, like, choking on all the fumes, and they're going to be mad as all hell, but they won't be able to do anything. Not unless I build a bridge to them or something stupid. It's like, there's fucking pollutions, I can't do it. We gotta go kill them. It's like, yeah, but we can't swim, Gary. I know that! Fuck! What am I doing? Just burn away through the floor. I'm like trying to avoid the trees, and I'm like, wait, I have a flamethrower. I can just do this. But it kills all the bugs around it. Instant death. I think you can even run these particular bozos over, but like, I think, yeah, I don't know if it would like 100% kill them, and I'm also fairly concerned that if I did run those particular creatures over, I may probably also get fucked by the thing. And thus the second day. So good. Maltese Easter eggs are like the divine spirit. Right, let's head south and see if we can find, or more importantly, fuel. Because this thing does piss through the coal like fairly quickly. It is the bare bones basic resource. Technically speaking, I'm surprised I shouldn't have had to have gotten normal fuel for this thing, but I am not ungrateful because of that. I thought I'd do something. Turns out it was nothing. Nope, it was nothing. Good. Right. So we've got a large forest inbound. It's rather exciting, this. I mean, to be honest with you, playing Valheim is probably the most into the kind of exploration / random seed I can do, because it isn't just about building. Like, the primary aspect is about getting through and exploring. And oh, dude, Valheim, fantastic game. If you ever want to play a good game to just play with friends, or a good game, even if you're playing on your own, it's a good thing. Though I won't lie, the big selling point for this, for me, and it probably is for the whole game, is just the working together. But it's nice. It's weird. I can play on my own in that game, but I couldn't do it if it was just completely me. Maybe that's because of laziness, I don't know. But, oh wow, this is a pretty big ocean. Holy shit. All this time and I couldn't see it. Oh wow, it is an ocean. It does actually go to an ocean. Yeah. Damn. I wonder if it actually goes all the way up to there. Because there was a pretty big chunky ocean there, but this could be the largest of the lot, which is kind of impressive. I do need to nip to the loo, so we're going to have to bear with me for a few moments. Once again, I'll give you a coastal view. I shall return as quickly as I can. Nature calls, though. Sorry. Where's the phone? There's the phone. and I return. Right. Ah. Okay. How are we doing? We're doing fine. We've hit the 100 mark. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Holy shit. Yeah, this is a coast. This is a full-on ocean. Nice. Oh, hello. No, it's not. Oh boy. Here we go. That's much better. Have to go all the way down there. I have to be careful now because I have to drive all the way back. Yep, yeah, it's quite a haul. I do. I do need nukes. Nukes would be a good idea right now. But I don't have any nukes, sadly. How do I make nukes? Ah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. All I need is uranium, and then I'd be sorted. I just need missile control units. Oh well. We need to be careful here, because I think the bugs are going to be at that point now where they are just, as Gmort has correctly stated, they get bigger and larger the further out you go. Well, oh my god. At least in this particular area we can, oh wow. God damn. This is a significant place. But more importantly, I think we found... Okay. Oh boy. This is quite the area to play careful here. Another one as well. Yeah, good thing I didn't just immediately start shooting. Yeah, we need, we've got like, we have oil yields and all that. Just need to, oh boy. Well, this will take some time, but we're currently trying to play, we are currently trying to play 4 times, so, I'll try and see if I can whittle my way through this defensive line. From what I can gather, we need to, try and knock this sector out. Can I mark them again? Oh yes, I can. We'll make this grid point A. Grid point B. C. And D. Unlikely to go there, but you know. Need to make sure. So we need to push grid A to effectively... Yeah, we'll need to grab A and B, definitely. If we can avoid C and D, that'll be preferable, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like... I'm not going to... Optimism is not going to be it's going to be required here. It's... That's a lot of green bugs. Oh, balls. Yeah. What do I say, Mr. Jaeger? I don't want to go for C. Ends up driving straight into C. But we could put these cliffs to our advantage. This can give us a nice choke point, if we do it correctly. If we don't, then we're fucked. Thank fuck I got energy shots. Another drive-by. Further into the deep. Kill the spawners. Flammenwerfer up. We're definitely a little bit more resilient now. Question. Energy. Oh, we need like... Yeah, no, we need like the special research, this thing basically. Which then gives us satellites. I might be tempted to do this. Then this, then this, then this, then this. In case we have to start researching space science. Ideally, I just want the rocket. Right, how's base looking? Oh, base is looking sexy. What are we missing? Blue. We're missing blue, and that's because... Ah, we need reds. And they're being taken up by that. Whoopsie. It's fine. We'll deal with that when I come back. Thank the gods. See, again, cliffs, they are an absolute gem if they're working on your side, but an absolute bastard if they're working against them. Which is why I wasn't so, like, keen on getting rid of them. Like, there was some YouTubers out there who'd be like, oh yeah, get rid of, new, things for new Factorio players. And, like, for me, they were sort of talking about saying, oh yeah, you want to get rid of the cliffs because they're just real pain in the arse. And I'm like, but, like, I know they're not the original edition, but I still think they're kind of needed. Alright, this is a dangerous terrain we're playing on. Oh, thank the throne. It looks like... don't quote me on it, but it looks like we might be able to make a land crossing. Ah, no. I mean, I can, if I wanted to. If I was desperate to. But, sadly not. Sadly not indeed. Right, so that's a disappointment. So it kind of spreads out, and it could even go further along to here. Which does, of course, mean we will have to get close. Or I can just not and just burn the forest down. Cut a path through the forest is the correct term. And that's what we're doing. The intention here is not to destroy all bugs, but to explore at this point. I already completed my objectives of clearing out the eastern side, so... Actually, if there's no bugs left on that thing, I might as well go nuts and clear out that entire east coast. Might do that. Right, good. Let's delete different sectors anyway. Delete. So we've taken care of that problem. Let's make our way north now. I'm good for this environment. Alright, we're coming up close to the end now, guys. No, I can respect that people... I can respect the lack of enjoyment of cliffs. They can and have fucked me over as well. But I don't think I'd ever disable them. If I was ever to play through, I'd have the cliffs because, again, they've also given me some fucking amazing moments. Like being able to filter the enemy through natural defenses, which, believe you me, has come and saved my ass again. I mean, what was it? I think I had some at some point. Or I've completely stopped them, I don't know. Oh no, yeah, here. Here's a good example of natural defenses. Like, the cliffs do funnel them through, and while admittedly the defenses in the north thankfully haven't really been touched, which is why it's nowhere near as commonplace as the other defenses I've got, you can tell where, if we zoom out, you can probably tell where I've had to coordinate my defenses with a more modern style, because over here we've got the interlocking fields of fire, and then over here is just there's something here, but it doesn't occasionally happen. But the areas that we've been attacked, well, you can see where where I've doubled up the guard. So yes, excuse me. So yes, the cliffs are something that I can totally respect people turning off, and I wouldn't have a go at them if I went into someone's session and it turns out they turned off the cliffs. But I will. The only thing I will say, in my case, is that I probably will keep them on, because it just, for me, it kind of adds that extra layer of interest and challenge. It's like, oh, you know, there's the cliffs here. So right now I can filter my, you know, so right now the bugs, in that case, that thing stopped me a bit. And the rocks are having a go, but you can see that they're... Oh, fuck me, fuck me. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Rocks we can't turn off, can we? Fuck you, rocks. Rocks can go fuck themselves. I'd like to disable these pricks. Because the hitboxes for those are fuckers. How many did we lose? Oh, my. We lost a shitload of robots. Rocks can go fuck themselves, though. Rocks can go royally fuck themselves. Right, well, that's our last tank of the series getting fucked. You were awesome, tank, and I respect you dearly. You, on the other hand, go fuck yourself. Alright, so I've got to make my way back to base now, which thankfully isn't too far away. But, again, cliffs have not killed me. Rocks have. If I could fucking disable rocks, I'd love that. You know, like, if we could, yeah. No, and that's the thing I'll bitch about. Rocks. Fuck 'em. Rocks and ocean have caused me more misery than cliffs ever could. Sure, cliffs can get annoying. Cliffs make building an issue, and, you know, you can get rid of them with explosives, which, you know, is nice. If you couldn't get rid of them with explosives, I would be more inclined to disable cliffs. But because I can get rid of them with explosives, I can vent my frustrations at them. I can't vent my frustrations at rocks. I can shoot them and blow them up, but at the end of the day, I still don't have a tank. It doesn't feel as satisfying to kill a rock, you know? It's not alive. It's not squealing in pain. It's not begging for some kind of sympathy that it clearly won't get. Tree burning, on the other hand, this is kind of okay. This is slow. It feels nice. This basically says, fuck you, but in a slow manner, which means more satisfying. Oh. Oh, fuck's sake, what do I do? How do I ungrid myself? Fuck's sake, what's the keybind? Alt mode? No. No. Oh, for God's sake. What is the button did I press? Stupid fucking game. Items on ground, toggle alt mode. What did I do and how do I turn it off? Crafting, inventory, quick bar, tools, clipboard. Technology screen, pause game, tips and tricks. Would like to be able to just see the... It's not telling me anything, is it? How do I... What's it? No. That just swaps the stuff around. I can't remember the fucking controls for this. What the fuck do I do? How do I get out of this? Oh! What's the controls? What do I do? What is the fucking controls? Someone tell me so I can change the mode. Toggle alt mode. No, that's the wrong one. Pipette tool? No. No. At this point, I'm going to start smashing the keyboard in a second. What is the thing that I have done? If the game would tell me what the fuck I've done, I could change that and be like, right, Could you just quickly give me a hand? Tell me what I've done and how do I get it back to non-grid mode? Fuck it, Googling as well. Yeah, how do I turn it off? F4. Really? Just F4? No, that's debug. Oh, shift and space. Well, that's crap. Thank fuck, though. Right. Disaster averted. We should have enough. Like in about, technically speaking, we should have enough now. Oh, fuck it, I'm just deleting these two. I can just drive through or walk through. There you go. Right. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Right, time to go deploy my Raketen. We've lost our last tank to this infernal world. And now, finally, we may yet... I swear to God, we're probably going to get some stupid fucking... Now you've got to research the stupid rock. So that might... I'm not saying it has. It might be enough. Let's just see. It's happening. I'm scared. It says auto-launch with cargo. This means something along the lines of get ready to have your life wasted even further by having to build a fucking science rocket with a fucking industry inside it. Come on. Do me proud. Do me proud. Come on. Just let me build a rocket and shoot it up into space. Please just let me have that and then the game be done. Really fucking hope we've got that. I really do. I'm not like... I'm not gonna lie, I am at the edge of my tether with this game right now. I'm like, please just let this be enough. Please just let me get through this so I can quit this game for a time. And then when I want to play it in my own time, with my own little thing, and whatever, then brilliant. But I want to finish this series. It's been fun, but I want to finish it. Okay. There it is. There it is. There it is. Wow. Launch? Oh my God. We did it. Oh. It's possibly the longest I've ever had. Yeah, I'm probably one of the longest played sessions, first times ever. Probably. But I don't care. Oh. I feel drained. But there you guys go. We finally... I'm honestly surprised the game didn't do a... Now that you've built the rocket, now you have to build a fucking scientific satellite or some bollocks like that. But no, we can just say that the rocket's done and we're finished. Truth be told, I probably could have done this yonks ago, but I was distracted with other stuff. But we didn't do it with any kind of uranium either. So, you know, there you go. Thank you all very much, I will say. this has been fun to a point. And this is definitely something that I will not lie. I won't lie. This game has been fun. I don't regret getting this game, but I will not play this for a while now. And probably never again on stream. I don't know. That probably is a lie. I might do it at some point in the future, but right now I'm done with this game. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And if you like this kind of content, not this content because it won't come back, so don't bother about that. But other stuff, I do a YouTube channel I'll be uploading like stream dates for every week. I also tell you guys, and you can also watch the live stream on that. And if you want to see other types of content as well, I do like Total War content for a limited time. I'm finishing up that sort of stuff, and I'm going to be hopping on to some other sort of bits and bobs. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys next time. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.